to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Toronto Thunderbirds and our home team. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Right, 280.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Switch up, switch up.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Man,
that's trash. That's trash.
Check 50, check 50.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Sweet. Reload. Mike 40.
40.
Now Gordon on first down. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job. They'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Guys, listen. Go.
Mike's 40. Rip right. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40.
Good job right there.
Now Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jarrett Davis able to get in there and drop him behind the line. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Check any weapon. Orbit.
Friday.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. His first carry, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and 11 now. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Stafford, he sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Take it at the 37. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson going underneath for Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Gordon. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 24-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
25.
Wilson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 27, Stafford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Third and long, it's Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Brings up third down and 11.
Crunch time, defense. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
We got 4. We got 4.
Reload. Check. Four down. Pass. Hey, zero.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Hines. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
The tackle by Derwin James. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, it's Hines. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 22.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Toronto.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Stafford on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now it's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Go 14.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check. Good job right there. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hatch it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Power.
You go touch. Let's go. Come on. You got time right there.
14. Find it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? Yeah. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Good job right there.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Took right.
They'll run on first down. Gordon, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 down, 3 down.
Alert.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. 3rd down here.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
SOS.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
It's a game.
Easy. Hey, why 7?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
31's the mic. Hey, Delta.
I got you.
31's the mic.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go, baby.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Stafford now to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Topper.
On first down, Stafford here. Catch made here by Campbell. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
59.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And nothing but daylight ahead. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On first down, it's Stafford. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Stafford. The 20. Rodgers brings it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Charlie, Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Watch the screen.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Hey, 5-0! Mike's 50, Mike's 50! Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 4th down, Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown. Eric Ebron. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Now Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a 2-point conversion. Again, it's Stafford. That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Easy. 40 got.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Middle.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Funches has it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Toronto.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Hey, Alpha.
Here we go. 31's the mic. I got one. Hey.
53. Ready.
I got you.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And this will be incomplete.
Stafford's pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Alert 3.
Hey. Switch. 11. Bravo.
31.
To throw again. Stafford. Campbell making the catch. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Mike's 50. I'm on. Hey, Mike 50.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 27-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Block that, block that. Go. 91 is the mic. Mike, echo. 91 is the mic. No chance.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set, 280. 50 the mic, 50 the mic. I got it.
On first down, Hines. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to get a score back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Fair. Kill. Look left. Go. Right.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
18. Check 91 is the mic.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's complete. Henry. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
It's a first down and more for Gordon. The 30, 20, touchdown LA! Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
one of our guys.
She's singing, too.
No, she's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, watch real right, 22.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third down, Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Drill right, 22. Let's go. Come on, man. Pick it up.
Stafford on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he comes back with one complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing again is Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey! Touch 50, touch 50. Shift. 18. Shift. Switch.
Now Gordon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Alert. Check 36 power. 6. You guys, listen. 91 is the mic. Hey, watch the slant.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with Hines. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
One last throw here for Stanford. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the home team,